Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Jenny VIP Thought Series. This is just like a little mini-sode series that I've been developing over the past few months. Essentially, I just want to be more in touch and be more transparent and honestly more alignment with all of you who've been listening to the podcast. These little episodes are really meant to give you all just real thought snapshots in the moment. Things that I think, that I'm struggling with or emotions that I'm going through. I want to be able to share them with all of you because I want you to know that we're all going through this. And, if you're having a particularly rough week, like maybe one of these little mini-sodes might resonate with you because we all have them. Life has tons of ups and downs, and I think it's just important to know that you're not in it alone. And this is really what the point of all these are. So you won't hear the same topic over and over again. Most likely it's going to be very different from episode to episode. But I really hope that you find them helpful. And, I would love to hear from you on them. So let's take a listen. This is your notice. I'm putting you on notice. You might be going through something that feels debilitating. Anxiety can make you feel that way. You may be depressed because you're a small business owner and things are just not working out the way that you want them to. You might just be feeling down the dumps because you're working at your job and you really are not feeling anything really triggering for you. And it just is like day in, day out, the same thing over and over again. You might be overwhelmed because you're being hit with financial crisis in this time where going to the grocery store is pretty scary. I'm going to be honest with you. Every time I go, it's pretty frightening. You're seeing this because we're all going through this. And I think a huge problem here is that you start to get overwhelmed and you start to feel like the world is crashing down on you because it feels like you're alone when you're going through that. I go through it weekly, roughly. I go through doubts about the podcast. Why am I doing the podcast? What is the point? It's not bringing in any money. I know it seems very fancy and everything, but I want to level set with people. It's work. And also it takes time to get to a successful point where we're actually bringing revenue in. That takes time. I have daytime work. Love it. Love my clients, but it's work, everything kind of pulls from you a little bit. And so you have these moments of, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? We're all there. We're all going through it. And what people will get lost about is you start to reflect on, well, so-and-so is so successful. I reflect on my guru, Cathy Heller. I call her my guru. She doesn't know it, but she's my guru, basically. Cathy Heller. I follow her. And I'll reflect and be like, wow, she has an amazing podcast. It generates hundreds of thousands of dollars for her. What the hell? Why aren't I generating hundreds of thousands of dollars? Oh, well, Jenny, it's because you've been doing this for less than a year. Consistency is key. You have to keep going. There is something here. Something is pulling me towards this. I'm doing it because I feel something in my belly that this could be something. And I get the bonus and benefit of meeting these fabulous guests, making connections I would have never made before. That in itself is rewarding and amazing. And then on top of that, in the event that one woman's life is positively affected by the podcast, this is a huge success. We have to stop comparing ourselves to other folks. When you feel that moment where things are going into a cave and you feel like, I don't know where to go from here, my accounts are overdrafting, I'm not sure what to do, seek support from other people. Seek support from friends in the industry. Seek support from mentors. Seek support from coaching. Coaching is huge. It's a huge deal. Seek support from other people. That's really where you're going to be able to raise your vibration, raise your level of feeling like you're in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing. And that's where you're going to see the success come through. I say this because I've done it time and time again. And while I am not bringing in massive amounts of revenue on my podcast, it is still helping people. And there's revenue coming in other ways. Stay consistent. Continue to do what you know you are meant to be doing, and it will eventually get there for you. A huge recommendation that I have for you is
leaning into meditating, visualizing, manifesting, affirmations, journaling, and exercise. I am naming these things specifically for a reason. I just recently started using Hal Elrod's book, The Miracle Morning, to boost my day. And again, literally just started it. And I do feel a vibrational difference. So it's a strong recommendation to everybody. If you are feeling low, don't continue to feel low and just accept it as this is what it is. You can, and you can, I'm telling you, you can find time to invest in yourself, to get to where you need to be and where you want to be. That's the key here. You have to invest the time in yourself. You can't just kind of sit and wait for something to happen. You have a moment of inspiration, jot that moment down, write it down to yourself. If you're cooking dinner and all of a sudden you have a moment of inspiration, voice note yourself to whatever, electronic devices you have in the house. Voice note a text message to yourself, remind yourself later on when you have a minute, circle back to this idea. It felt like something. I do that all the time. This video that I'm making right now, this recording I'm making right now, is off of one of those inspirational moments where I all of a sudden had this thing in my head that I need to say this message to everybody. When you have those moments, be in tune to them, recognize them, and action on them, because those are the moments that are going to define the rest of your future. I hope that you found this helpful. If you are looking for additional tools and resources, reach out to me. You can find me on LinkedIn, Jenny Benitez. You can find me on my website, stillroseswomen.com. You can find me through email, stillrosespodcast@gmail.com. I'm pretty much all over all of those things. You can reach me, and I am happy to support and to help other people raise their vibrational pull. You have to do it. You can make this year something different for yourself. I can put a guarantee to that. If you really put the work in and put these steps into place, you can do it. It is something that's attainable. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope that it helps change your perception a little bit. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to Jenny's little VIP thought episode. I hope you did find it helpful. And again, these are little mini quick hits, so it won't take too much of your day. And I hope that it just brings you some clarity, some peace, maybe some joy in some instances, knowing that, we're sort of all in this together. Check out some of our full episodes, which have guests and my co-host and, lots of great things in them. But I hope that these mini-sodes are helpful to you. Thank you and take care.